Good morning and welcome to my blog, Wisdom for Today. And today I want to talk to you about letting go of those things, those nagging things that we're not in control of. You perhaps may have heard this sermon example, I've heard it before, where a minister tells the story of a man who's driving really fast down a road. And as he's driving and not looking where he's going, a sudden turn comes in the road and he doesn't turn in time. And so he drives forward through a fence off of a cliff. And sure enough, this man is very clever. He's able to get out of his door and grab a hold of a branch on the edge of this cliff. And then he cries out to God. He says, "Can anybody help me?" And there's no answer. And he says it again, "Can anybody help me?" And there's no answer. And then he says, "Can God help me?" And he waits a few moments, and a voice comes from heaven and says, "Yes, I can help you." And then he says, "What do you want me to do?" And the voice of God says, "Let go of the branch." And then the man looks up toward the heaven and says again, "Can anybody else help me?" We don't want to let go of the branches in our life. One thing that God demands of us is to trust Him. And there are times in life where we don't have a choice, but we have to let go of the branches in our life. Some of the things that we need to let go of and give to God are a past mistake. That's a branch that we hang on too much. Now you know better, you can do better. But then most probably you were doing the best you could. And even if you were not, the Bible tells us if we confess our sins that He is faithful and just to forgive us our sins and to cleanse us from all unrighteousness. So if God has forgiven us, who are we to hang on to those mistakes? Something else that we're not in control of is other people's choices. Now, I know that God calls us to leave everything to follow Him. But God also gives us responsibilities. And one of those responsibilities are family members and children. And up to a certain age, we can take care of them and instruct them. But after a while, we have to let go of their choices if they're making choices that aren't good for them and are dragging us down in the meantime. We have to let go of other people's choices who choose not to be kind or respectful to us. God did not create us to be abused or to be misused. And so we have to walk away from situations where we're continually being violated. We have to walk away from situations where the door is continually closing and it's not opening the way we want it to. So we let go of that branch and trust God for something better. And we have to let go of the situations that we don't understand. Now, this is a constant letting go, mind you. You won't just do it once. But when something painful happens in your life, you want to cry out, "Why, God?" And there's no answer here on this earth. I wish I could give you one, but there's no answer here on this earth. We take some comfort that God will work all things together for good, but we don't know why things happen. The greatest theologians of the earth have said He doesn't know why things happen. But that's John Calvin. He doesn't know why in the goodness of God's sovereignty that people suffer. But we do know where the healing is from that suffering, and that's in the person of Jesus Christ. So what does God command us to do? Well, the answer is quite simple when we're looking for guidance. It's found in Micah 5:8. And in this chapter, the children of Israel have fallen away from God. And God is asking an answer for them. He's saying, "Defend yourself to the mountains. Tell me why you did this. Why did you walk away from me?" And then when Micah's writing this psalm, he acts as the voice of the people. "With what shall I come before the Lord?" the people are saying. "And bow myself before the God on high. Shall I bring Him burnt offerings or calves? Will the Lord be pleased with 1,000 rams? And with 10,000 rivers of oil? Shall I give my firstborn for my transgression, and for the fruit of my body for my soul?" So he's saying, "What do you want out of me, God? Should I give more money to the church? Should I give up my children's safety and welfare and human sacrifice? But then God answers, and it's a very dear answer. He says this: He's told you, O humanity, what is good. And what does the Lord require of you? But to do justice, to love kindness, and to walk humbly with your God. So his commands are simple: courtesy and kindness and humble obedience to God. When we practice those things and while we're seeking to meet our obligations, it's easier to let go of the branch if we believe God has something good for us in return. I look forward to seeing you this Sunday, and I pray you have a good day. God's blessings to you.